Does anybody ever feel like at the end of the day, when they get to the end of the day, it's like they feel like this morning was like a week ago? That's a little bit how I feel right now. Good morning, y'all. It is going to be a beautiful day today, so I'm hoping to get a lot of little yard projects done, grass mowed. Which Charlie's over there yelling, which is going to be Charlie. He is super excited to start getting to mow the grass again this year because he loves that. But before we actually do that, I'm going to go over to where we have our feed, because yesterday when the kids were over there, they saw like where Daddy had some feed, like 100-pound bags of pig feed. And there was a tarp actually over the pig feed with the cinder block. Well, the cinder block was off. The feed was like strewn everywhere, and Daddy was like, the only thing that could do that is a bear. So Charlie actually went and got a trail camera and set it up over there to see what it was and see if whatever it was came back last night. So we're going to go check that first, see what it looks like over there, and then get going on cleaning up the yard. Hey Charlie, man, what you doing, buddy?
I'm cleaning up this wood that I helped cut with my dad, and I have sealed it, and I still have this wood left over, and I need to put it up so I can mow.
So you help cut wood because you're selling it, right?
Yeah, and we had about a little less than 50. Wait, no.
So people right now may not want any wood, but when it gets cold again,
yeah.
So are you going to do this again? So you think sell wood?
Probably.
So people could contact you, or maybe they could contact me and let me know?
Yeah.
Okay. This is the feed, and actually that tarp was on top of it with the brick on top of it. This is where Charlie came and set the trail camera up yesterday so we could figure out what was getting into the feed, get the card out, see what was eating the feed for the past 2 nights, and see if my daddy is right and if it was a bear. Charlie and Grace kind of always fight over who gets to mow the grass because they both want to do it because they think it's fun. But they also fight over who gets to weed eat. And while Charlie mows the grass, Grace gets to weed eat. Grace and I have been sitting here on the grass watching a YouTube video trying to figure out how to replace the string in the weed eater. And I think we have it figured out. The string is too long now, but we can cut it a little bit.
It's like an automatic cutter.
So yeah, Lee probably would have figured that out a little bit quicker than we would have, but
we did it.
We figured it out.
I think.
Well, we think. We haven't used it yet. Yeah. So the weed eater actually needed gas, so I've come and I got a 1-gallon gas can. I put the oil in it, and now I'm going to put the gas, so then we're going to go back to the house and hopefully be in business and finish up what we set out to do for the day. Pretty anxious to see what's going to show up. We've had problems with like coons and stuff in the past, but this was definitely not something small. So here we go. Okay, yes, March 30th, 1:02 a.m. So here we go.
All right, we're gonna crank this up. I hope it works.
Sometimes. What? Okay, y'all. Well, I think we have the culprit. It was Bunny and Gertrude, who have gotten out. Oh wow. I can't wait to tell Grace this. She is not going to be happy. Grace is over here with them and she is very worried about them because it's bad for a horse to consume that amount of food. We've actually called the lady or sent a message to the lady who teaches Grace horse lessons, who lives down the road, our horse lady, to ask her if there's anything that we need to do. Grace said that Bunny does have diarrhea.
Okay, so I just talked to my horse lady about Bunny, and she said about all the feed that he ate last night, and she said to just keep watching him, watch him really good, and make sure he's pooping. So I'm gonna clean his stall out and make sure that I see fresh poop, and make sure he's not like kicking at his side or laying down or like rolling over a lot or anything like that, because that could be like a colic, which is really bad. And do that, and make sure that he's not like limping, like his feet are sore, because that'll mean he founders, and that's when they eat too much and like the bone in their hoof curls up, and so we don't want that. And so I just got to keep watching him.
Grace has been begging me to weed eat, so she's weed eating, Charlie's mowing the grass. It's pretty nice. We'll see how long Grace lasts in weed eating, but knowing her, she may last the whole duration.
I like that.
Yeah. We're having the hardest time with these strings. We keep having to stop, and then it was just too long and it got wrapped around up here.
Oh my gosh, I got it.
Bless. All right. Hold on. Did you get that part?
What did you do to get,
Hold on. You hold that. Boom.
Yes! Alright, we need to cut that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it just got pulled out. Cause I see, that's what we were doing.
Just as a side note, we know that the strings should not be that long. It just kind of happened that way. I'm not really sure how. Goodness, so I was hammering the PVC pipe in the ground to try to I set it beside the tree to help stand the tree up. Wow, I got my finger and not the PVC pipe. So I'm going to come back to this tree right here. This is the tree that I missed the PVC pipe and I actually hit my finger. So I'm actually just gonna go T-post and drive it in with the T-post driver and try to give the tree a little support and straighten it up a little bit so it won't grow so crooked. And we keep zip ties in the gator because zip ties are great for like pretty much anything. Does anybody ever feel like at the end of the day, when they get to the end of the day, it's like they feel like this morning was like a week ago? That's a little bit how I feel right now, but it was a good productive day. We got a lot done, and I'm most thankful that it was Bunny that got into the pig feed and that it was not a bear.